Hello everyone, good morning. Thanks for joining with the Snowflake demo sessions. So please do confirm once you are able to see my screen.
Yes, the screen is visible.
Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about Snowflake, what is Snowflake, and where we are using Snowflake in real-time industry. What is the job market? What are the advantages of Snowflake, which we are going to discuss today. Suppose if you have any doubts in the middle, you can stop me and you can ask your doubts. Even if you can ask your doubts in your regional language too, so that's not a problem. Even it is in Telugu or English, okay, that's not a problem. Okay, let's get started. So before going to start, I'm going to introduce myself. So my name is Vinod and I'm having 10 plus years of IT experience in IT industry. So I'm an ex TCS, okay. So I started my career with TCS and currently working in one of the MNCs. My current role, it is in technical architect. So I used to give the solutions for the projects and giving the technical solutions as well as architect kind of work which I'm working on it. So I do have Snowflake experience with more than 4 plus around 5 years. So first 5 years I have worked in Snowflake. So even other skills also which I have worked on. I do teach like MuleSoft, SQL, even Python, DBT, and Java Spring Boot. So this is about myself. And the next slide. Okay. Yeah, guys. If you are not talking, then please go on mute. So the prerequisites. So before going to learn Snowflake sessions, okay. So what are the prerequisites? So the frequently asked questions from the previous batches. So do we need to know any programming languages like Java, Python, .NET, C, C++, and etc.? So definitely no. So not required any languages. But if you have any idea on Python, okay, that is value add for your resume. Even if you are having any knowledge on Java, any programming languages, okay, there are no limitations, okay, in the IT. So whatever you want, you can learn it and you can implement into your projects. But if you want to learn Snowflake, do we need to know these languages? Definitely no. And next question, it's like I'm from testing background or networking admin, or currently I'm working in non-IT. So can I learn Snowflake? Yes, 100% you can learn and you can switch your career to from non-IT to IT or from other backgrounds, okay, to Snowflake. Yes. Then what is the CTC that I can expect? Okay, so the most important question. So this is depends on again. So how we are going to give an interview and what is the project which you are going to work on it and the budget also which the company is going to decide. But definitely I would say like 1:3 ratio it will be there. Suppose if you are having an experience for 3 years, 3 into 3, it's like you can expect 10 to 11 lakhs. Okay. More than that also, that is not fixed. So that is what I can say. Then here, so most of the people were choosing like, okay, I don't want to do any coding. Or is this low coding or no coding tool? Yes, definitely. If it is IT in the sense, there is a coding or scripting will be there. But here we are going to use SQL. And SQL also, I'll teach you from beginning. Don't worry. Then what should we learn before starting the course? Nothing. If you have any knowledge on SQL or database, that is helpful. If you don't have also, I'll teach you from beginning. So the basic knowledge on SQL is mandatory. Okay, that is the reason first 5 classes 5 to 6 classes, I'm going to take only SQL, then we'll start with Snowflake. Then what I would say is like the main thing which it is required, practice and dedication. It is very, very important. See, whatever the assignments I'm going to provide, you have to practice and you have to submit the assignments on time. Then you can learn easily. So any doubts here? Okay, I'll consider as no. The silence means okay, fine. So before going to start with Snowflake, let's start with a few questions. Okay, how the Snowflake is going to help us. I mean, it is going to solve our problems in day-to-day life. Okay, so let's start with a few questions. It's like, do you know how the business decides to give the discounts on specific products? If you consider there are some mods, right, like Reliance mods and D mods, or if you go to any shops, okay, so how they are going to provide the discounts? So what basis they are deciding? Okay, so back end or in a background, there is a theory for this. Okay, so also I want to keep all these transactions, keep track of all the transactions. So how they are maintaining, where they are storing the data, or I want to see the growth. I want to see the growth on a yearly basis. Okay, so how they are visualizing. Okay, this kind of things. Okay, so this kind of things. So how it is implemented and what is required. Okay, what is required. So in order to complete this process, so we need a warehouse. You'll get to know what is warehouse and all, but try to understand in day-to-day life. So how they are going to provide the discounts, even if you go to Amazon or if you go to Flipkart. So how they are providing the discounts, on what basis? So normally, if the product is not going to buy most of the people, what we will do? So we'll give some discounts to sell those products, right? The same reason. Okay. So how you will get to know on daily basis or monthly basis or yearly basis how many products are selling? Okay. How we are maintaining all these transactions? Okay. Let's start with this. So you can consider as we have a DMart instead of VMart. Okay. So let's assume we have 29 states. Each state it contains 40 branches. So it's like all over India, you can assume. So how many branches it is there? There are 1160. So let's assume on an average daily 500 people are coming into your store. Okay. Then how many people are here? It's like around 5 lakhs 80,000. Then each person is buying at least 10 products. Then it would be like sorry, 58 lakhs. Then so where we are maintaining all these transactions, where we are keeping, okay, how we are maintaining this. So in total, on an average, okay, how many transactions on a daily basis? It's like 58 lakhs, 58 lakhs transactions. And coming to yearly wise, so it's almost 200 crores. 200 crores transactions is happening. So this all these transactions in the sense it's like all this data. So who purchased which product and when purchased and how many one person he purchased. Okay. So everything we are going to maintain. We are going to maintain all these transactions into our data warehouses. See, database is different. Okay. We will discuss about what is database and data warehouse too, but Snowflake is one of the data warehouse. So these all transactions we are maintaining in data warehouses. Okay. Once we store these transactions, that is fine. Then what is the next step? So now the company CEO want to improve the business out of this 200 crore records. Okay, so it is very difficult to identify which product it is sold for very high and which one it is sold very low. Okay, this is very difficult. By seeing the data, it is very difficult to understand. So in order to get it resolved, so what business people will do, okay, what business people will do, so they are going to arrange a meeting with all MNCs. Okay, we do have not only MNCs, it's like the companies you can say. So even you can say Deloitte, TCS, EY, Infosys, Wipro, Accenture. So these all people will have a meeting with CEO. So then they will plan for a bid. Okay. So who is going to resolve my problems? Or who is going to provide the business ideas? So in that bid, suppose some XYZ company is owning the project, what they will do? So they are going to hire ETL developer. Okay, we'll talk about what is ETL and what is ELT and everything. But so they are going to hire a people. So what the people will do? So they will take entire data. They will take entire data and they are going to keep it into. See, if you observe this diagram, we do have different sources. You can assume. So this is like VMod data. So this is another mod. Okay, it's like we do have different states, right? So they are going to keep it into their own databases. From there, what we are doing, we are extracting and transforming. Transformations are nothing but clean up the data and removing the nulls, removing the duplicates, and loading into data warehouse. So this is where Snowflake will come into the picture. And also from data warehouses, we are going to generate the reports. I'll show you how to generate the report also. I'll give you an example at the end of the session. Okay, this is the we need to extract the data, we need to transform, and we need to load into our data warehouses. From data warehouse, we are going to generate the report. So by seeing this report, the CEO can understand. Okay, so instead of seeing the data, by seeing this report, they can understand. Okay, what we need to improve, how we can improve our business, on what basis we can provide the discounts to on specific product, even if it is mobile or laptop or some other products. Okay, this is how it is going to work in a real time. Next, so why it is so much importance of data? So even if you go to any social media platforms, or if you think Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, your Gmails, on day-to-day life, whatever the data, I mean, whatever the products or applications which you are using, okay, our transactions are sensors data. So according to the latest estimates, okay, on daily basis, we are generating, we means everyone, it's like the humans are generating the data. It's like 328.77 million terabytes of data on each basis. So again, terabytes means like 1 terabyte in the sense is like 1024 GB. 1 TB equal to 1024 GB. It's like if you know KBs and MBs, how it is going to calculate. Okay, so most of you know. So it's like terabytes. So all over, sorry, around 300 millions terabytes of data on each day we are generating. So all this data where we are storing. So we are storing into our data warehouses. Data warehouses. Now, then what is database? Then what is data warehouse? So you may get a confusion. Okay, database and data warehouse. See, databases So what is database? First of all, it's a collection of data. It's a collection of data. So here you are going to store structured data, semi-structured data, or unstructured data, or unstructured data. So this is called data. So what is structured again? So you'll go to an example. I'll show you quickly. Or else you can go to Google also. Okay, that is going to help. Okay, just you can type. Okay, just I want to see structured data example. So structured data, it means it's like we are going to have the values into rows and columns format. This is called structured. It's like a CSV, comma separated values, how we are going to maintain our data into tabular format. So structured in the sense tabular format. Structured. So structured means tabular format or table format. So what is table again? So table contains columns and rows. So columns and rows. Next, semi-structured data. Semi-structured data example. So it's like JSON format or XML format. What is JSON again? So this is called JSON. So the values, it will be available like, okay, key and value format. Key and value. Oh, there is a key name. So there is a name. I mean, there is a key. It is like price 799. Okay, this is called structured data. Sorry, semi-structured data. Semi-structured data, it is like JSON or XML. We have like parquest. Then what is unstructured data? Unstructured data, it is like whatever you are having Gmails, documents, and videos. Okay. Again, database is nothing but it's a collection of data. So here we can store structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. In the database, we can store this. Okay. So what are the examples of databases we have? So we have MySQL is one of the database. Oracle is one of the database. Sybase is one of the database. Postgrage. So these are the databases. Okay. These are the databases. We do have many in the market. Okay. MS SQL also there. MS SQL. But in these databases, it is going to support only structured data. So here it is going to support only structured data. Structured data. So mainly you can say by in the databases, we are going to have real-time data. Real-time data, we are going to store it in databases. Real-time data. Suppose if you go to any bank, if you do some deposit, so it is like immediate action. Immediate action. Okay. So you will get the SMS quickly within 1 minute or within 1 to 2 seconds. So as soon as the deposit is happened, you are going to get. So the real-time data, we are going to store it in databases. So what is data warehouse? See, database also, I mean, data warehouse also, it is similar to database. So here also, we can store structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. That's fine. But here, mainly we are going to store it as historical data. Historical data for analytical solutions. One more example here. Suppose in my database, I'm having 2 million records. 2 million records. So if we are having 2 million records, the query performance, the performance is very slow. The performance is very slow. Okay. So I want to give real-time data always. So that is the reason. So what banks also will do every 6 months, okay, or 3 months, okay, every 3 months, the data it is going to move into or on daily basis, okay. So that is depends on the requirement. So they are going to move the data into warehouses, okay. So here we are going to maintain historical data. Data warehouse, it contains mainly historical data. So here also we are going to store structured, semi-structured and unstructured data for analytical solutions. So this is the major difference between database and data warehouse. See, both are similar, but here mainly we are having the real-time data in the databases. What are the databases we have? MySQL, Oracle, Sybase, postgrage, MS SQL. Okay, so these are the databases which it is available in the market. Then what is the example for data warehouses? Data warehouses, we have a Snowflake, redshift, datbricks. Okay, so it's like, so these are the warehouse platforms. These are the warehouse platforms where we are going to store the historical data. Okay, now again coming into the PPT. So now we can start with Snowflake. Then what is Snowflake here? So what is Snowflake? So Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehouse platform. So what is cloud here? Again, the services running over the internet, that is called cloud. The services running over the internet, that is called cloud. Now, so here mainly Snowflake is going to offer data storage. Okay, yes, you can store the data, then you can process the data. The processed data, you can use it for analytical solutions. Okay, so here mainly we are going to store the data and data processing and analytical solutions or services it is going to offer. Then it is built on top of AWS, Azure or GCP. Snowflake don't have their own infrastructure. I'll tell you so how it is dependent on these modules. Okay, while creation of the account, I'll tell you this. So here we can store structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. So what is structured data? It's kind of tabular format. Semi-structured data, it's like JSON or XML or parquest. Okay. Then unstructured, it's like files, documents, and videos. So it's available as a software as a service model. See, I want to practice Snowflake. Then do I need to install any software? No, definitely not required. Just you can create one account. Then you can log in into that account and you can practice. So again, it is very important. Snowflake is a cloud-based data warehouse platform. And mainly we are going to use it for data storage, data processing, and analytical solutions. And it is built on top of AWS, Azure, or GCP. And here we can store structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. And it is available as a software as a service model. Okay, so again this example. So here we are storing the real-time data. So the transactions are very quick. Then the example for data warehouse, you can log in into your HDFC netbanking. Suppose if you want to see last 5 years statement, 5-year statement, is it very quick? No, it will take hardly 4 to 5 minutes. So because here we are having the lot of data, lot of historical data. So that is the reason the query is going to take lot of time to get your details. So if you don't want to miss any data, then we are going to move everything into data warehouses. The real-time data only we are going to store it in databases. Whatever the actions which we are performing, we are going to store it into data warehouse too. But data warehouse is more than a database. More than a database. So these are the points. It's very important for even interview. Just to keep it in mind. Now, so if you observe here, so there is a data which it is available from some other sources. It's like even if it is in Kafka or AWS. So how we are going to move this data into your warehouse, this part, this blue color. So internally, what we will do without using any ETL tools, okay, without using any ETL tools, Snowflake itself, we have a features called stages, pipes, copy command. So by using those, we are going to extract the data and we are going to create a stage and we are going to create a pipe. Through pipe, we are going to load the data into your Snowflake tables. From here, we are going to provide these data sets to the Power BI team or Quick team so that they are going to generate the reports. So this is how in real time. Okay, even it can take Swiggy data or Zomato data. So how many products, I mean, so how many people are ordering from particular area I want to see. So this kind of solutions, okay, this kind of solutions, okay, what we can improve? Is there any restaurants we need to build in this area? Suppose if the people are requesting for more orders. So this everything, so this data will come from users and we are going to keep it into our Snowflake tables. From Snowflake tables, we are going to visualize the data. Okay, this is one of the example, but so these 5 points are very, very important. Even if you go for interview or if someone is going to ask, okay, what is the course if you are doing, what is the advantage and what is Snowflake, then you have to answer this. So mainly it is a cloud-based data warehouse platform. So it is not on premises. On premise is nothing but it's like the service is running in my local system. So cloud means you can run everything based on internet. Wherever there is an internet, you can go there and you can run your application. So this is what Snowflake. I'll tell you how to create an account and how it is built on top of AWS also. AWS or Azure or GCP. I'll show you in practical mode. Okay. Now, why Snowflake is more popular? So it is a cloud based mainly. Okay. Now I'm in a Bangalore. So I have created some tables. Now I'll go to Mumbai or Delhi. Now, if I want to see that data or my clients are in US, they want to see my tables data. Yes, they can see because it is a cloud-based data warehouse. Next, pay for what you use model. So how much you are going to use? For that only you are going to pay for money. It's like you are not going to take entire subscription if you consider as Netflix or Amazon Prime. So you are going to take monthly subscription or yearly subscription, even if you use or without use. But here it is not like that. How much we are using, for that only you are going to pay the money. So that is called pay for what you use model. So that is the reason it is very popular. Yeah, just a second. So why Snowflake is popular? So it's a cloud-based data warehouse platform, and here pay for what you use model they are following, and it is flexible for storage services. You can store any kind of data. It's like structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. Here data recovery and backup and sharing and masking options are very easy compared to the other databases. Here you can easily process semi-structured data also. So this semi-structured data is not, this feature is not available in other databases. It's like MySQL or Oracle. But we can store it as a string format, but here it is very easy to process this. And if you want to integrate any ETL tools, or if you want to integrate with Power BI, so it is very easy for visualization and analyticals. Okay. So that is the reason it is very famous now. Now coming to job market and Snowflake. So how it is, okay? So most of the organizations are moving from traditional to cloud, okay? So the cloud warehouses like we have a Snowflake, Redshift, and Databricks, okay? So that is the reason all major companies are recruiting Snowflake developers or Snowflake data engineers. So number of openings in TCS, SCL, or Infosys, or so many companies we have. So you can expect 4 to 5 years interviews in a week if you keep 3 years or 4 years of an experience. So all you need to know is the concepts and practicing the queries. Okay. All you need to know is the practicing the concepts. Okay. The concepts you need to know. So what are the concepts we have in Snowflake? Then you have to know the SQL. Okay. What is SQL and how to create the table? So that is what in the prerequisites. If you have any knowledge on basic SQL, that is fine. Or else if you have knowledge on basic database, so that is also fine. If you don't have also, I'll teach you from beginning. So here we have a roadmap. So this is what we are going to see. What is DDL, what is DML, what is DCL, and tomorrow onwards. Okay. So this is the demo session. So how it is going to work. So that is the reason I'm explaining these things. So how to create the table, how to create the database, how to insert the values, how to take the help from AI. Okay. Nowadays, everywhere you heard about AI, right? It's like Copilot or Chat GPT or whatever it is. Even if you want to create any table, you can mention this. Okay, but you need to know the concept. Okay, create table for employee. The columns like employee ID, name, salary. Suppose. So this is going to provide the DDL script. See, you don't need to write anything manually, but you have to know at least the concepts. What you need to perform. Whether you want to create a table or delete the table or okay. So what is create, what is table, what is employee? So everything, what is EID, what is name, salary, what is varchar, what is in decimal? Okay, everything you are going to learn in actual classes. So this is the course content. So here, introduction of Snowflake and how to create a trial account and what are the components it is having in the Snowflake web UI and what is warehouse, what is database, what is schemas and tables and Snowflake architecture, what is micro partition and what is clustering, how to load the data, how to create external stages, how to create AWS account and how to integrate with AWS to Snowflake, loading the data from AWS or Azure, and what is the pricing concepts, how to process semi-structured data, how to create a pipe, what is caching, what is time travel, what is zero copy cloning, what is swapping, what are the different types of tables, what are the views, dynamic data masking, data sharing. So these are the concepts. Okay, almost the concepts it will come around, it's like 25 to 30 concepts it will come in Snowflake. Then what is task and streams, what is user defined functions, what is stored procedures. So these are the things we are going to discuss in day-to-day classes. And apart from this, we are going to talk about data migration using ADF and DBT and how to deploy your project. and what is the real-time project, and interview questions and tips, resume preparation, and how to use AI in your real-time work. The AI cannot replace you, but what we can do is, okay, by using AI, you can solve your problems. Whatever the work which you are doing within 10 hours, which you can do it in 2 to 3 hours. Okay, that is what we can do. So DBT, again, data build tool also we are going to discuss uh, apart from Snowflake. So mainly for transformations, we are going to use DBT. So the course duration, it will be like total 40 sessions it will come. Okay. So each day it will be like 62 and 90 minutes. There are 5 extra sessions it will be there. So the mode of the classes, it will be like mostly it is an online for this batch. So this is the project flow which we are going to discuss. So here we have a databases. From this databases, MySQL or Oracle or sensors. From here, we are going to take the data and we are going to keeping into AWS by using ELT tools or ETL tools. From here, how to take the data and how to create, so bronze, silver, and gold, how to create these layers, how to filter the data, how to clean up the data. So by using DBT or without DBT, how we are going to perform these actions. And finally, we are going to keep your data into your gold layer. From this, the Power BI team or Tableau team or Quick team, they are going to take it and they are going to visualize the reports. Even Snowflake itself, we can create the reports. Now I'll show you how to create sample Snowflake account. You can open any browser. It's like Chrome. I'm going to take it here. So just type app.snowflake.com. app.snowflake.com. So if you have already an account, then you can select that account and you can log in, or else you can click on this sign up. So here, if you want to create a 30 days free trial account, you can give your first name and last name and you can log in here. I mean, you can create an account, or else if you want to create 120 days trial account, you can give trial equal to student. See, automatically it is changed. Change it to 120 days. So here you can provide your name. So my institution name I am going to provide. So working email, okay. So you can provide your email ID. So how we are going to create the Gmail? The same way, or how we are going to create your Facebook account, or okay. So training and certification. First name and last name. You can provide your email ID. Click on continue. So what is the company name? Some XYZ company you can provide. So job title, software engineer or data engineer. See, we do have a different editions. We have a standard edition, enterprise edition, business critical. We do have one more. So which we are going to talk about this in real-time sessions. I mean actual sessions. As of now, don't change this one. See, this is the one. Choose your cloud provider. See, Snowflake is built on top of AWS or Azure or GCP. So if you select particular cloud provider, there your data is going to store it. Okay, if you select AWS, from AWS it is going to store. GCP, if it is Google Cloud Platform. So here I'm selecting Microsoft Azure. Click on this checkbox and click on Get Started. Snowflake don't have their own infrastructure. It is built on top of Azure, AWS or GCP. You can select anyone. So click on Get Started. So if you want, you can skip this one or you can choose any one of these options. So here I'm going to use SQL and click on submit. See, as soon as if you submit, okay, you can go to your email and activate your account. So log in into your email. See, as soon as if you create an account, automatically they have generated an email. It's like congratulations on getting started with Snowflake. So in order to activate, you need to click this button, click to activate. So here you can set your username. So I'm going to keep it as VI Tech Snow Batch 13. Okay, remove hyphens here. Okay, VI Tech Snow Batch 13. Now password, the strong password you need to set up here. It's like small letters and capital letters and some numbers and special symbols. So here I'm going to keep it as test at the rate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So later if you want you can change it. Yeah. Click on get started. So skip for now. So this is the Snowflake UI. See, it is a SaaS model, software as a service. You no need to install any software, just you can create an account. So they are going to provide 400 credits. Okay, 400 credits. The trial is going to end in 120 days. Okay, after 30 days or 120 days, if the trial is ended, again you can create a new account with the same email ID. So that's not a problem. Here, if you want to practice anything, okay. So we are going to discuss what is projects, what is ingestion, so everything. But as of now, click on this plus button, click on SQL worksheet here. So if you see left hand side, so these are the databases. So these are the databases by default. So by default, they have given some databases for practicing purpose. See Snowflake sample data. Snowflake sample data. So here, this is the schema. So these are the tables. Customer table is there. Nation table is there. Orders table is there. Okay, region table is there, and suppliers table is there. Now I want to see customers data. I want to see customers data. So how to do this? Select star from. So where it is available. So I need to, okay, you can select the database here, Snowflake sample data. So inside this is my schema. Now what is the table? Customer. So what is this? Select star from customer. So this is what an SQL. So again, what is the use of SQL? So SQL is nothing but structured query language. Structured query language. It is similar to English language. So if you know basic English, okay, then you can learn easily SQL. And the main definition. So in order to communicate any database, we need SQL. See what are the databases we have? MySQL, Oracle, and Sybase, postgrage. Okay, if I want to communicate with these databases, what is required? We need SQL. See, SQL is not a database. It is a structured query language. In order to communicate with any database, we need SQL. We need an SQL. So what kind of communications? So we are going to perform mainly CRUD operations. So you are going to create the databases. Create. R means read or fetch. U means update the data. D means delete the data. So we are going to perform only these actions in with any database. We are going to perform only CRUD operations. So by using an SQL, Okay. So this is called structured data. This is called structured data, which it is already available. Okay. So the table is already created. So someone is already created and you are going to utilizing this. Okay. Tomorrow's class, I'll tell you how to create database, how to create a schema, how to create a table. Just you can create an account. Take this one, select star from customer. Okay, just at least perform this query, only this query, and try to execute here. Okay, there is a run button. You can try to execute. So here you can see 1.5 million records will be available. Okay, so here I don't want all the records. So I want only top 100 records. Just I want only top 100. Yes, you can use the keyword called select. See, select is the keyword. It is going to fetch all the values from a table. Select star is the syntax. Okay, select data from customer. That's it. So this is the syntax which we are going to follow. Okay, so if you observe here, I want to visualize this. Okay, on top of this customers table. So who is having the highest account balance? So by seeing this data, it is very difficult. If you observe this one, account balance, okay, account balance, it is very difficult. Even we can write the queries. Okay, I'll write a query here. Select max. So what is the column name? The account balance. From where? So this is my highest balance, which it is available. Okay. Now the entire table. So here I want to see the data in graphical mode. Click on this chart. See, the results are too large to generate the chart. So limit the rows. So that is the reason what we have done is select top 100. Okay, this is my data. So out of these records, okay, out of this, I want to prepare a chart. So here you can select the keys. So what is the x-axis? What is the name you want to keep it here? What is the y-axis key? Okay, so the same way you can add it here. The same way you can add. Just a second. So this is the nation key. So based on the nation key, so this is the graph. So this is the graph which we are going to follow. But normally there is a separate team which they are going to visualize. Okay. So we are having a lot of records. So that is the reason the graph is showing like this. Data x-axis. Okay. X-axis. So y-axis. Sum of nation keys. Okay, I don't want sum. I want sum of account balance with the names. Okay, this is how we can change it here. This is how we can change. So even if you want, you can add the columns. Okay, this is up to you. See, this is my another graph. So by seeing this graph, the end users, okay, can easily identify, okay, can identify. So which product or which customer is purchasing more products. Okay. So tomorrow's task, I mean today's task, what is your today's task is just you can create one Snowflake account. Okay, just create one Snowflake account and try to log in and just see select start from customer and take the snap. Okay, just take a snap from your mobile and post it in a WhatsApp group. Okay, and tomorrow's class we are going to discuss about again 2 classes. It is totally free. Then you can decide whether you want to take this course or not. How to create database and how to create a table. Okay, I want to create my own table, either it is student table or employee table or whatever it is, and how to do bulk loading. So without writing the queries also. So all those kind of stuff we are going to discuss in tomorrow's session. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, you can ask me now. I'll share the recordings